There it is. She's got a new book out. Nicole Lapin, you know Nicole, of course, here, our financial expert, and among other things. You got the new book out.
Thank you.
Go through the. Can we say the name of it or not? Whatever. It's called Boss, whatever you want it to. There's
Lisa, you can own this.
Yeah.
It's called Boss Bitch.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
man.
Check, please.
It's a simple 12-step plan to take charge of your career. Look, we don't learn this stuff in school. We learn algebra, geometry. Why do we need that in our lives? It would be much better and more practical if we learned how to do our taxes or do a budget or come up with a business plan. So I divide this into 3 sections: being the boss of you, being the boss within a bigger company so you can be entrepreneurial here at Fox, of course, and then owning your own business. And for women in particular, Lisa, we go through different stages of our lives in different careers. Sometimes we work for a bigger company, sometimes we become a mompreneur, then we go back perhaps to working for somebody else or starting a business. You know, I think a career well had is more like a rope swing these days than a career ladder. So I wanted to talk to that woman.
All right. So
that
now,
would be me, by the way.
Yes, girl.
How
Absolutely.
to get in control of your career? I say earlier, you feel like I deserve a raise. I deserve
Well, first
a
of all, you
promotion.
don't deserve anything. But
Yeah,
yes,
this
you
is what
feel
I
like it could. Yeah.
Person feels like this. How does that person go about it?
So it's changing your mindset. And are you ready for this quiz?
Yes.
Come on, guys.
Okay.
Okay, you really need a raise to stay at your current company. So you A, send your boss an email with an outline of why you deserve a raise, list out bullet points of why this is a long time coming. Or B, set a meeting with your boss and outline your recent projects and accomplishments and how that's helped the company at large.
B.
I would say face-to-face is always better.
It is better. This is a serious conversation. This is not just, I'm going to pop in your office. Do you have a second to talk about this? This is where you put together documentation. You know, it drives me crazy that people don't put together a presentation. You put together presentations and charts and graphs for other things in your career
Everybody
and
but
work.
you, yeah.
Right, but this is really important. You don't need to go Tracy Flick on this, but you should really come up with your accomplishments vis-a-vis how it's helped the company at large. So it's not me, 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 but it's showing how you've helped the bottom line.
And you can deliver it in a less strident way when you do it face to face.
All right, next.
All right, next. You are traveling with work and everyone is going to a pricey restaurant that night. You're not allowed to expense it for work and you can't afford it. So you A, go and order a small plate and talk separately to the waiter or waitress away from the table to provide you with your own check. Or B, say it would be better to go somewhere cheaper if they want you there, and lament not having an expense account.
Oh, this is tricky.
Well, knowing how your mind works, I go number 1.
And I go number 2.
My mind is a scary place.
Yeah.
It's actually number 1.
Yeah.
So,
It is.
Yeah. So you know,
It's totally based on how her mind works.
So you go, so you go and say, "Hey, give me a second check," and then
That's
you order
right.
like a green salad.
So, yes, or an appetizer
And that's
or
not
whatever.
weird?
It's not weird because, you know, if we go to dinner with our girlfriends, no matter what you order, it's pretty commonplace to just throw down your credit card and split it equally. But in this case, you want to get your separate check and you don't want to lament anything. You don't want to be Debbie Downer and talk about how you don't have an expense account, but other
And
people
you want
do.
to be at the table.
Yeah.
You know, not only do women want a seat at the table, but we want a voice at the
And
table.
can I just add, sometimes you go out with people and they'll order like 4 cocktails.
Right.
And then the $50 entree. And you really, truly
And you
just
split,
want.
and you split.
And you split it. And that is awkward. So I've always just said, I need a receipt just to get my money
Yeah,
back.
and just do it a little bit away from the table so it's
Yeah.
discreet and respectful. All right, question 3. You used to work for a laid-back company that didn't care what you posted on social media. Now you've moved to a stricter place. So you A, delete your old photos. B, keep them. They don't count if it's before your time at that company. Or C, if you can't live without these photos in your life, make an account private and start another account for more work-related things where anyone, including coworkers, can follow you.
Oh, wait, you're saying if you delete them from your whole life? Like,
Yeah, delete all of them. So A, delete all of them. B, keep them. It doesn't count if this was before the time
I
of
guess
your
we're all
company.
gonna
Or
say
C,
C, right?
I guess,
Yeah.
you want to move them to someplace. You can have them if they mean that much
yes,
to
if you want them for
but
posterity
yeah.
or whatever, and then have
But
a
also,
public
can I just
account.
say, be careful about what you post in the first
Why do
place.
we say this time and again? We've said this forever, but it
What
drives me
happens-
crazy.
Maybe you get smart now. You still have years before you got smart out there. All right, next.
You know, financial experts will tell you to not do social media. I say embrace it because you can get ahead a lot in work if you use it smartly. Okay, question 4. You need to reschedule a work meeting. So you should A, say you need to reschedule and offer specific dates and times to do that. Or B, say you're sorry, explain your issue, that you'll reschedule whenever and wherever is most convenient for them, anytime, and that meal is on you to make up for it.
Oh, please, B.
I would, yeah, B.
No,
Really?
It's A. Listen,
We
this
were
happens
perfect
to all of
until
us.
now. Okay.
This happens to all of us. We have to cancel meetings. We need to move meetings. You don't need to go into TMI and explain this whole issue. Nobody wants to play this back and forth.
Yeah, it happens to everybody. Oh,
It
such good advice,
does.
Nicole.
No, it really, and you know, in your personal lives, you play this game of where do you want to go? No, where do you want to go? And
Right.
you don't want to do that in your work life either. You want specific times, specific dates, specific places.
The book
Make it easy.
is called Boss.
Bitch.
There you go, Nicole.
And by the way, can we talk about my event? Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
It's at the W.
Okay.
Yes.
The W in Hollywood. Please come, hang out with me. I'll
Noon
sign
till
books.
2?
I'll
Noon till
answer
2.
all the questions. Noon till 2 at the W
You'll
in
buy the
Hollywood.
book and you'll walk out richer from the information that you have.
Richer
That's
and
right.
bossier.
How's that?